So what did you learn about world history today?
We learned about some weird thing called the Enlightenment.
What is that?
Something that happened between the 1600s and 1700s.
Yeah, but like what happened?
Well, educated Europeans changed their views on life by seeing reason as the key to progress.
Sounds pretty simple, I guess.
Not even close. The revolution is nowhere near simple.
What do you mean?
Well, it was very eventful.
Yeah, how?
Well, it all began with an English mob of people who didn't like the laws that they were given. Well, in a sense, the entire Enlightenment began because of the 30 Years' War. This war started in 1618 and caused chaos all over Europe. This war served as a catalyst for the Enlightenment era to begin. It was pretty destructive and sent England into a state of questioning over what they believed in. It kind of looked like this.
You said this sent England into a state of questioning, right? What do you mean by questioning?
Well, basically, the people began to question and oppose their government and its intentions, which naturally brought on other questions about other topics as well.
Okay, but how exactly does this war relate to England's Enlightenment?
Well, it involved a lot of higher powers in that time, and it began because a certain king tried to take away some religious privileges from his subjects.
Oh, so basically the people rebelled and spoke out against their government.
Right, and after the war ended, the questions did not stop. More and more information was being shared and discovered decades after the war. So basically, the 30 Years' War is what kicked off the Enlightenment.
Got it. Who are some of the most influential people during the Enlightenment, though?
Two men named Thomas Hobbes and Sir Francis Bacon were kind of like the fathers of the Enlightenment.
What do you mean by fathers?
Well, they were some of the first to publish philosophical work that was available to the public, which kind of kicked off the Enlightenment. Their work heavily criticized the government of their times and proposed new governing ideas.
Oh, so they basically started the sharing of new information and ideas?
Yeah, basically. Sometimes they would actually go, meet citizens and discuss what they believed in. Thomas Hobbes never really held a political position, or any position of power, honestly. But his view from the outside allowed him to observe the wrongs that were taking place in England's government and suggest a better way to govern things. He's considered to be the founding father of modern political philosophy.
Wow, so what did he do about it?
Well, he did many things, but regarding the whole political thing, he published a book called The Elements of Law, Natural, and Politic. This was released to the public, which is how his ideas spread and made an impact on the government. He believed that there should be a single ruler, and his book explains that in detail. His work still has an impact on government today.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I know, right?
But what about Sir Francis Bacon?
Francis Bacon is also very popular for his work in the Enlightenment. He served in many government positions, but is also known for his philosophy. He had Aristotle's ideas and a scientific approach to the whole thing.
Oh, so he's like a genius or something?
Pretty much. He published multiple books starting from the late 1500s and into the early 1600s. His scientific discoveries allowed Isaac Newton to discover the things he did.
Wow, that's pretty cool. What books did he write?
He wrote a variety of books for many different reasons. He wrote many pieces of text for the court, celebratory occasions, and scientific research. Some of his most famous books are De Cive, Behemoth, and Man and Citizen.
Wow, so these guys really are geniuses, huh?
I know, they're really smart.
So if Thomas Hobbes and Francis Bacon made the biggest impact, how did the whole revolution spread?
Well, the whole revolution is made up of multiple enlightenments, so it's kind of a long story.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, it all began with...
No,
I know what you know. The Enlightenment stretched out for over 50 years, so a lot happened in that time. Not many main events or battles or anything like that occurred. It was mostly just scientific discoveries and humans getting generally more intelligent. One person that made a huge impact goes by the name of John Locke.
John Locke? I've definitely heard that name before.
Yeah, you probably have. He didn't come into the picture until around half a century after Thomas Hobbes, though.
Well, what did he do?
Locke proposed a different type of government than Thomas Hobbes. He thought that having a representative government was the way to go.
I would like to propose a bill.
What is this?
It's a representative government.
No!
And Hobbes thought one person should have all of the power, right?
Right. That's exactly why the English people liked Locke's idea better.
Well, let me guess. He got the word out by publishing a book?
Exactly. He published 2 treatises of government in 1690 to let everyone know about this new government.
Yeah, I figured. But did his book ever really promote people to make change?
Oh yeah. English Protestants helped overthrow the Catholic King James II, and after that the English government ratified a new Bill of Rights that granted more personal freedoms to the people. Not to mention, John Locke is the reason why we have the government that we have today.
Okay, so he's another guy who made a huge impact in the Enlightenment in England. Who else promoted the Enlightenment?
There was an astronomer named Johannes Kepler.
Well, who is that?
He's someone who promoted the Enlightenment. He made many scientific discoveries. One of his major discoveries is the 3 major laws of planetary motion. And so, once again, I tell you people that the sun does not revolve around the Earth.
Who are you?
Can I finish?
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Kepler, the astronomer.
The astronomer?
I speak astronomer, the stars, the sun.
What do you think about the sun?
Everybody thinks that the sun revolves around the Earth, right? It doesn't. The Earth revolves around the sun. The final person we're going to discuss is Galileo. He made a huge impact for scientific discovery during the Enlightenment. He was the first astronomer to use what we call science to find out what the universe is made of. He discovered many things about the universe, like about how the moon wasn't perfectly round, and that it had craters and mountains. Using information like this, he spread what we knew what was fact about the universe to the public.
Wow, the Enlightenment is a lot more detailed than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So are we going to Mr. Ferguson's class now?
Yeah, we're gonna go tell him about how I filled you in on everything, and you're all good.
Wow, the Enlightenment is way more complicated than I thought.
Yeah, it's very eventful.
Oh, we got to Mr. Ferguson's class early.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey!
It's going pretty good.
Did you teach her what she needed to know?
Yes, I did. She knows all about the Enlightenment now. What are we doing today?
I don't know. Let's see.
Izzy! Give me the stick, bro! Izzy! Give me the stick!
Give it.
Izzy!
Give it.
Wait, what?
Give it.
No!
Yeet.